What's up, everybody? Back with another video. Trying to, I think it's been a little while since I posted something, and so I figure out it's about that time to come on. I feel things happening for me. I feel a gratitude for life. I feel like things are coming to fruition, like everything I've always wanted. I don't have it right now, but I feel like it's coming. It's on the way, and I'm excited. I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for um, there's some things I'm not so excited about, but um, you know, but for the most part, I'm excited. I'm optimistic. I have so much to be grateful for in my life, and um, I don't know that I'm beyond all the hard moments. I think there could still be some hard moments to come, but um, life goes on, I guess, and but I think there's also going to be just wildly big moments in my life that have never happened to me before that I'll be grateful for. So recently, um, I've been letting people go in my life, and that's fine. Like friends, maybe even family, like people I don't need to talk to. Like if you're not a positive influence in my life, we don't need to continue talking. We're just on different paths, and so I've accepted that. Um, because you have to let go of the old to make room for the new. And that's kind of where I'm at. There's been a few friends that I've kind of just let go, or they let go of me. That's fine. It was meant to happen that way. If I wasn't going to set the record straight with them, Spirit made sure that they set the record straight with me, which is fine. It worked out perfectly. Um, the difficult part is, I've been guided to leave my wife, I guess. Like I think that, she's a karmic wife. She taught me a lot of things. We had some karmic things that needed balancing, and I think those times are over, and it's time for me to move on, I guess. And it's kind of difficult for me to accept. We have 3 kids together. They're young kids too. They're not like teenagers. Um, I'll always be a part of their life, but I won't live in the same house with them, and it's makes me sad even just thinking about it. I'm not in the basement. I'm in a walkout downstairs level, but this is kind of my domain. This is where I work. This is where I do yoga. This is where I do everything. And sometimes just hearing their voices um, across the house, something that used to be annoying for me, something that was like, it's distracting. Can they not make so much noise? Is now the uh, one of the things that I'll miss the most. At least having them live with me. you know, I'll still be a part of their lives, and I'll still be around. I'm sure I'll still have custody, or I'll still see them, but they're not going to be right there. But I've got things to do in my life, and it's probably one of the hardest things I'll have to do. but I haven't been listening. I'm still here. I shouldn't be here right now. So there might have to be a tower moment. I don't know. I'm supposed to find the truth out about something. Everything is not what it seems. At least with the wife, is the impression that I get. She might be siphoning my energy, which is holding me back. I started doing yoga again. I feel like I'm feeling things I have never felt before, which to me it says, maybe I'm expanding, I'm ascending, I'm whatever. Something is happening to me. And, I guess I'm ready for this next phase of life to begin, which it could be any day now. We went hiking yesterday. I took the family yesterday to Minnehaha Falls. I'm in Minnesota, so that's near our house. And I mean, half hour away or so, but the kids loved it. Surprisingly, I wasn't sure how they were gonna feel about it, like just being in nature. We used to live at a house where we had 3 acres of land, and the grass would get so high, and the kids would have trouble walking, or they wouldn't want to walk near the tall grass. They wouldn't want to uh, play as much, but here we were hiking on paths, but um, not streets or I can't even think of the word now, astroturf paths. It's, you're walking on the earth, the soil. And I was walking without my shoes, and so my girls took their shoes off, which I thought was kind of cute. And we walked to the beach, and they were throwing leaves in the water. They were throwing rocks in the water. I showed them, of course. I threw a few rocks. I threw a few leaves, and then they had thought about it and started throwing stuff in there, copying me. So that was really cute. But they had fun. They really liked it. They said to me, "Daddy, we want to come here again. Can we come here like I forget what she said, every day or something?" Um, so yeah, I hope to go there again. But just being out in nature, it was really nice. We have some nature behind our house. Even we don't own it or anything, but we can walk back there. So I'll take the dog for walks back there, and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, the yoga. I've been doing the rapé. Yesterday, I had a lot of some welling up of emotions came out. Maybe it was grief or shame or sadness, guilt. I don't know. I'm not sure, but um, I was watching this Crimson Circle Apocalypse, Into the Apocalypse documentary, and just people talking about their spiritual journeys with Crimson Circle, and doing the programs and stuff like that. And I haven't done a ton of their programs. I've done 2 of their programs now. I did Sea Change, and I did the Sexual Energies, which I highly recommend anybody doing the Sexual Energies course. It's great. Um, and yeah, I was watching that, and I was kind of just tearing up, like I wanted to cry. I think it had to do with the rapé. I did a pretty big dose of rapé. I was trying to, just see how far I can push myself, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, got back into doing the yoga. I had seen this video, saw this video, a short where, and I'm sure I was meant to see this. And so he talked about a third of your day, spending a third of your day for yourself, a third of your day working, and a third of your day with your family. And it kind of changed my perspective because I was going through this moment where, again, like, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, so I need to leave my wife. And um, um, so at one point I told my wife, like, look, you know, I'll stay, but I think during the weekdays I'm just gonna stay downstairs. I'm gonna do my yoga, do my practices, so I can do what I'm supposed to be doing. And then I saw that video and I said, oh, okay, I'm not supposed to stay downstairs. I'm supposed to spend time with family. And but I like the idea of that, a 30-year day to yourself, a 30-year day to work, and a 30-year day to family. That's a pretty good balance. We need so much self-love. I do a lot of self-love between the yoga, meditation, not that I do everything every day, the rape, the coffee enemas, um, that's a lot of work on my body every day. And doing my massages and stuff like that on myself. Um, I try to do it once a week, but it's been probably a little bit more than that recently. Um, but yeah, the self love is big, and I've been giving myself a lot of self love just by paying that attention. Going to the gym was huge for me. I think that now that I'm getting back into yoga after having done that, it really strengthened my body. I'm able to retain those higher energies where I wasn't before. I was yoga, 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 but it wasn't enough for my body. My body was not at the level it needed to be at to absorb those energies, but now it is. So now the question for me is, how often do I go to the gym? Do I continue to go to the gym? Or do I, do I go once a week, a couple times a week, a couple times a month? What do I need to do to keep my body at the level it's at? I mean, I hadn't gone to the gym in 8 years. So that doesn't mean I didn't take care of myself. It doesn't mean I didn't run or do yoga or anything. I just wasn't lifting heavy weights, but I needed to for my body to build back that bone density and strengthen my frame. So and also just to have the muscle. I think the muscle. I think you're um, lifting those heavy weights is strengthening everything about you, your tendons, your ligaments, your fascia. So yeah, man, I've been on a hell of a journey. I think I stopped doing yoga around like April or May, and then started getting back into music as my passion. That's something that I like to do, that I enjoy doing and have fun with it. And then going to the gym, and now coming full circle back to yoga, but at a different perspective or a different level than I was before, a higher level. Um, and honestly, it's not even that hard to get back into the yoga like it was before. Before, it was like my body was like a wad of cookie dough or something. It was, um, I wasn't fat or anything. It's just my body was not in shape at all. Um, but now after going to the gym, it's like I don't even get sore doing yoga. It's more about flexibility and other things. So, um, you know, I know I'm talking a lot about myself. I'm just sharing my journey and the journey that I've been on. And, you know, if you're watching this video, you came across it, maybe you needed to hear what I had to say. But, maybe you could use these things in your life as well. Um, we're really only able to help people with the journeys that we've been on. So I know, like, addicts, there's a few addicts out there who turn their life around, and now they want to help other people who are addicted as well. I couldn't do that because I don't consider myself an addict. I don't think I've ever been um, addicted like that to a substance. But my journey has been healing the body, maybe healing my energy, because the yoga mainly works on the energies of your body, but it doesn't work on the. It works a little bit on the physical because you're doing physical stuff, but not a ton. It's mostly breathing and postures and stuff like that. So it does to an extent. And then what's the other one? So you have the physical, the I can't think of the word, the in between, astral, the astral. I don't know what I've done for the astral. I know some of the yoga that I do, you're supposed to imagine your subtle body doing the yoga postures in the perfect positions while you're doing the yoga. And so I think that works on the astral, the subtle body. And then the physical, or did I say the physical? The physical, the astral, and the energetic. And the energetic is the Kriya yoga that's working on the energies of my body. And now I feel like I'm kind of bringing it all together. And then today I just started a fast, so I'm doing a honey fast today. I'll probably do that. I'm going to try to do it for a week if I can, because I've been guided to do a vision quest, which I didn't know that's what I was doing because I'm not out in nature or anything. I'm in my house, but I guess fasting is kind of equivalent or similar to a vision quest. So, so now I'm doing that. I'm always doing something, like every day. I'm working on myself, trying to step up my game or bring myself to another level. And I guess that's why it's because of who I am, of who I will be. I forgot, there was a really good quote that I read the other day that actually emphasizes that a lot of what I was saying, what I was just talking about. And it's something about your habits, your day-to-day thoughts or something don't determine who you are. It's your habits that you do on a daily basis consistently that determines who you are. And I would say that from my habits that I've done over the last couple years, and the ways I've been guided and other things, I think I'm here to do big things in the world. We'll see. Not many people are watching my channel right now, but I still feel guided to come on here and do videos stuff. It'd be nice to be more consistent. I think I will be at some point, but sometimes I don't feel like I have much to talk about. Who wants to hear what I have to say? I don't know. I know in the beginning it starts off slow. There's hardly anyone watching. But that's where you start at. Everybody starts at 0, and then you grow it. So just have to be patient and keep making videos, and hopefully somebody will want to hear what I have to say. But some big changes are on the horizon. I think October is going to be a big month. It's going to be a catalyzing month. I think it already is for a lot of other people in other places in the world, but not here in the United States or where I'm at right now. I think Vietnam just started their digital ID, and I think there was 86 million bank accounts that were frozen in Vietnam, which tells you that people are kind of pushing back against the system. They're like, no, we're not doing that. Take my money, but you're not going to take my life. Thailand is implementing the digital ID, and you can't travel back and forth. You can't leave the country, you can't get in the country if you don't have your digital ID. What else was it? China, I think they had went in overnight and just wiped out all the ATMs and is like, oh, we're going cashless. All our money's digital now. So I mean, there's big things that are happening in the world right now, and we just may not be aware of it. I'm aware of it, but other people, not everybody, is aware of all these changes. I mean, they're not. You'd think they'd be on the news, but the news isn't. The news is all scripted, and they're going to talk about the things that they want to talk about, not what's actually relevant. Because if everybody knew all the things that were going on, then the world would be in uproar right now. But they're trying to keep things quiet, and then just one day slaps you in the face, like, here we are. Get ready for your digital ID, or you can't go shopping anymore. You don't have a bank account. You can't buy groceries. You can't buy gas. You can't buy anything. I don't think people are going to go along with it, but I mean, there's some that will, others that won't. I don't know what the percentage will be, but it's going to be chaos when it happens. What was it? I think Starmer out of the UK was outed. So he's not, I don't know if the UK has a prime minister anymore or not. Macron is either out or he's on his way out of being the French prime minister or whatever they call it there. I don't know. Yeah, so many changes happening right now. So I guess I'll leave it there. Hopefully you found this insightful. If you watched this far, feel free to like my video. If you have any questions or you want to talk about or want me to talk about anything in particular, leave me a comment. If you like the video, like the video, subscribe. I appreciate it. If you like what I had to say, I'll try to make more videos like this. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Thanks. See ya.